It was a story I started writing when I was younger in college and I was doing like a journalism course. My life was normal. I lived on the planet Earth on a road called Old Moat Lane in a place called Withington in the United Kingdom. It was the year 2288. Cars now have the capability of flight and were voice activated, so that even a 12-year-old was able to drive lawfully. I was going to be 18 in a couple of weeks. It all started when I was searching my brother's room for the voice modulator. Years ago, this would have been known as a key or remote, but it worked in a totally different way because you had to put it to the roof of your mouth, then it connected to your voice box. It was not painful. None of the futuristic technology caused pain because it went invisible. I found it upon his table, so I started to walk back towards my bedroom. I was not ready to head out to college yet, as of yet. I also had a holographic TV which was powered by the voice modulator. The TV was activated by the words I spoke. Every type of computer had been programmed onto it. To write a document or essay, all you had to do was speak the words and it would appear on screen. Suddenly, my brother barged into my room. He seemed excited about something. In a frenzy, he spoke. Do you want to know what your sign is in the Chinese zodiac? Mine is the tiger. I wasn't really too bothered, but he was so excited, I decided to entertain his question. What is my sign? I asked in a gentle voice. Your sign is the dragon. I wondered how such an ancient species of animal linked in any way to my life. Instead of pondering any further, I asked my brother, why is it that I am the sign of the dragon? My brother seemed to have as much knowledge as I did. The way he replied was like he had not done research into the matter. He said, I don't know. I think it's because you are a noble like a dragon. Found this information on the internet. I looked at my brother, bewildered, because who doesn't research a topic fully before getting excited about it and sharing it? The knowledge they have gained then, Nefamo, will my sign in the Chinese zodiac affect my life in any way? Nefamo scoffs and answers, how could an ancient dead mythological creature affect your life, George? The way he talked to me made me feel stupid. This was how a lot of fights between me and him started. Luckily enough, Mother called us for dinner. I was so hungry that I ran down the corridor, noticing the clock in the hall was off. Then I descended down the stairs. As I reached the bottom, the phone started to ring. I picked it up. As I answered, a voice asked, George, please help me. It bellowed, sounding like it was panicking. Before I could answer, the phone started to make a sound like there have never been anyone on the phone. I automatically tried to ring back, but this was to no avail. I ate my food. I was worried about whoever was on the other end of the phone. As soon as I finished, I walked out into the hall and picked the phone up and pressed a button. It shrank. Then it shrank. I put it in my earlobe. It connected itself and vanished. Vanished. I called out to the phone assistant because I needed clothing. Josiah, digital clothing wardrobe appeared in front of my eyes. I could see a large array of clothing and didn't choose my favourite item for Sparto's flame garment, which I just walked into. Then it materialized. It was very well designed and waterproof. It had very special stones called Zephyria stones all over, which basically changed colour and also created their own heat. If it was cold, and did the opposite if the weather was hot. It also regulated the degree of the suit to a perfect temperature for the user. Then I left. I was about to use the car, but Nefamo beat me to it. So I started to walk. One gave me one game that had survived a long time ago was a primitive game called football. My younger brother was on a field playing this in a school which basically was a monument to the past, Old Moat Primary School. I noticed him score for his team. Everyone cheered, so I joined them. Then I continued to stroll to college. I wasn't expecting what happened next. Out of nowhere, a big, black, scaly, holographic dragon appeared. I jumped out of my skin and then I froze, looking up at a 40-foot beast. I thought it was going to turn me into a pile of ember. I knew I could not be this... I never knew I could be this scared. I wanted to run, but my feet were frozen stiff. I couldn't move them. All that ran through my head was that this is the end. Then it spoke, and its voice eased my nerves. We sent a message from our brain to your phone using Q waves because we need your help, your assistance. You have been chosen, for your heart is the fire star of Ifgard. I had no clue what the dragon meant. What was Ifgard, and what do these dragons want from me? Help with what? I asked. The dragon started to tremble and spoke, freeing us from this dreaded hell. I never thought I would hear fear in the voice of something so powerful. As I was about to ask about Ifgard, the dragon started to explain how he ended up in hell. Many years ago, dragons roamed the earth. We were defenders of the human race from the evil wizard Tutankhamun's creation, the dinosaurs. The rule was that if Ifgard, king of the dragon, died, the entire universe would explode and dragons and humans would be wiped out. But the spirit of Ifgard still exists in the real world. Tutankhamun cast a spell which would ultimately kill my father, Ifgard. The orbs of Arius. Ifgard. The orbs of Arius. But the orb of Arius had a great price. The orb of Arius saved my father, but the orb of Arius had a great price. For its use, Tutankhamun would be trapped, but the Dragon King's heart would disappear from the world until a crisis is to emerge. With dragons gone, the dragons were sent to hell, because on this planet they would go crazy, because they would latch onto evil mortals' hearts. We felt Ifgard's heart call to us from a mortal. The only way we are to return is for you to complete 12 tasks. Before King Tut returns, George instinctively asked, "How do I know I can trust a dragon?" "A gut instinct, my liege." George felt this feeling, but in his mind, this didn't prove a thing. People have gut instincts and they're wrong all the time. He heard a voice from his heart say, "Here is my memory." He saw all the dragons explained. It was like he was there. "You are the only one that can help." This made him believe. The 12 tasks embedded into his brain because it was inscribed onto the Dragon King's heart. Collect 11 special animals of the zodiac and recreate the race. The location flashed in his mind. It was London Zoo, and it was the tiger.